Hey guys, what's up? Trying to do this video, but I am out in the park and people are also coming out to enjoy this park as well. So the little babies are having a great time by the water. So you guys know how I do. I love my favorite park here, okay? So anyway, today what I want to talk about is the payments that you have when it comes to student loans and when it comes to possible IRS payments when you're looking for a mortgage. So today I wanted to bring this information to you guys who are looking to get a mortgage, but you are paying student loans and possibly IRS payments, right? I want to say this. Even though you are not required to pay your student loans, your lender may require you to go into some type of repayment plan because the amount of student loans that some people have affects their DTI, debt to income ratio. Remember, I always talk about that, guys. So when you're dealing with that debt to income ratio, once those payments come back, it's on your credit. So if those payments are showing $500 or $250, that's going to be calculated into your DTI, even if you don't have to make those payments. Okay? So if you don't have to make the payments, it's still going to go into your DTI if you're looking for a mortgage. Second, you will have to possibly, with those loans, even if it's in forbearance or deferment, you will have to go into income-driven repayment plan. What does that mean? They call it an IDR. Never heard of it sometimes. Some people never heard of it. I heard of it recently. I had to research this thing. So anyway, it's an income-driven repayment plan. Now, for some people, it can work out for you. For other people, it don't. So let's just say you make a lot of money. You may have a higher payment, right? It's income-driven. But let's say you make less money. You make $40,000. You make $39,000, whatever. You may see your income-driven plan actually at $37 because even though you owe $16,000 and the payment plan with the loan servicer is $550, with the income-driven repayment plan you apply for, your payment can go as low as $0 or, like I said, $37, right? So it's a good thing when it's income-driven for you, right? Guys, I'm sorry, I'm watching and walking and waiting because you know over here is tucks and stuff. And they do not have a problem with using the restroom on the sidewalk, okay? So I am watching. I observe while I walk and while I talk. So back to the loans. So if your lender requires you to go into IDR, which is an income-driven repayment plan, don't shun it immediately because you're like, I don't have to make no payments with my deferment. I don't have to make no payments with my forbearance. Well, guess what? If you come out of that forbearance, your payment is going to be $550, right? But if you do an income-driven repayment plan, your payments can be as low as $0 to $37 or more, depending on your income, right? So at first I thought it was a bad thing, but then I looked and researched it and really dotted my I's and crossed my T's on it, and I find it works for some clients, okay? So don't get discouraged if you have student loans. I would definitely say research IDRs, okay? And before you apply for your mortgage, definitely try to look into that. That saves time and sheds off a lot of time for when you put something under contract. So let's just say you want to put something under contract and once you go under contract, you are at time constraints. So you go under contract, you have 7 days due diligence, maybe 10 days, but 7 days or even 5 days, whatever those days are you put as a contingency in your contract. Then in those 7 days, you still have to get the appraisal to come out, got to get the inspection or the inspector, right, to come out to do the inspection. And so that's all in your due diligence. And so in addition to that, if you're waiting for the IRS, well, I didn't talk about the IRS, but if you're waiting for the school loans to send you that repayment plan as a documentation that has to go in with your lender's application for mortgage, you at least need 2 weeks because they could take up to 2 weeks or a month or so. So it all depends, okay? So for that repayment plan documentation that you're going to need for your lender, you need to start before you go under a contract. Or when you know you're going under a contract, get it started. And it's pretty easy and quick. You sign into your loan servicing people. Let's say it's Department of Education or NELNet or whoever it might be, Great Lakes or whatever. Because Great Lakes is a company that services the loan through Department of Education. So anyway, you go online, you go ahead and you go on the payments or something like that. You request a repayment, indirect income-driven repayment plan, right? And so once you do that, you file that, and they're going to ask you for your AGI, which is your adjusted gross income. They're going to ask you for maybe your current income and stuff like that. Just answer questions. It could be so quick, and boom, once you do that, then they'll tell you your estimated plan based on the information, the numbers and stuff that you put in and how you answer. So they will ask you, are you responsible for anybody like dependents and things like that? Do you have a dependent? Do you have more dependents? It's based on your family size, who you got to take care of, who you're responsible for. So that really helps you guys who make a little bit of money, but also going to end up coming out of deferment or forbearance with a high loan payment, or even if that payment is put on your credit report. So boom, that takes care of that. You get the repayment plan and it comes down to $37 for $550. Hey, that's a great thing, right? So boom, let's talk about IRS payments. So when you pay back taxes, and let me tell you why y'all gonna have this, right? Somebody up here trying to hook you up. They trying to hook you up on your taxes. Somebody didn't do your taxes correctly. That somebody could be you. That somebody could be your tax preparer. I don't know. Whoever it is. Anyway, or maybe you made more income and you didn't report it properly and you owe taxes. Whatever the reason, you owe IRS is the fact you owe IRS. So therefore, what you want to do is this. If your payment plan, and you can do this, if your payment plan is $500, you can go to the IRS, call them up on the phone, say, hey, I need a lower payment. I can't afford this $500 payment. They will take into consideration what you can afford. Okay? And you will tell them what you can afford. And literally on the phone, they can lower your payment for you. But you have to make sure that you get the agreement. So they can mail out that agreement, and that may take the regular business days as well. 7 to 10, 10 to 15, I don't know. Those days, you're going to be waiting for that. So don't get discouraged about the payments and forbearance or deferment that are high. Because when you do this plan that lowers your payment, I mean, come on. You guys could probably spend $40 with no problem. And that's just a month, one time. Or you might spend $125, which, you could pay that, right? So you went from, let's say your payments was $1,200 and you made those payment plans. You probably went from $1,200 to $150 a month. That's good. So that money is taken out of your DTI now. So now it doesn't affect your debt to your income. Because even when you start paying it, it's not going to affect your mortgage. So those are two payments that will affect you getting approved for a mortgage, okay? So look into those things and try to get those things done before you start moving on. But also, like I told you guys before, you go to AyeishaMcNeil.com, you'll see that I have a credit book called My Credit Was Effed Up But. And there's documentations in that book that tells you what the lenders want. The lenders are going to ask you for your pay stubs, your 30-day pay stubs. They're going to ask you for 3 months of, bank statements where you keep the money for your down payment, for your closing costs, or whatever you plan on doing. And also, you want to make sure you cover your, all lenders don't ask you for this, but make sure you come up with at least 3 to 6 months of escrow payments. Not that you got to put it in escrow, but make sure that if your payments for the month of that payment, that mortgage is, say, $1,500, make sure you got $4,500 in that savings account that you're going to give them, right? That's additional to your closing costs and possible, your down payment. Now, yes, there's all kinds of programs out there. No money down, down payment assistance, all that stuff. I'm not talking about that today. I am talking about payments that affect you when you're looking for a mortgage, and what your lender can say to you or suggest for you to do, which is very helpful when they suggest stuff for you to do rather than saying, no, we do not approve, right? So I appreciate those lenders who are working with you, giving you knowledge, wisdom, and understanding to move forward in the process. So guys, listen, once again, the 2 payments I spoke to you about was the loan payments, your student loan payments, and the IRS payments. Because most of the time, people always got these payments, these monthly payments from the IRS or from student loans. Now, if there's other payments too monthly, let's say your car note too, don't forget about that. All of the things that you pay out monthly is going to go into your debt to income. What is that? You add all your debts up together, and you look at your income, and you see what percentage of those debts are to your income. What is that ratio? How much debt do you have in regards to your income? There's another thing. Remember, the banks go by gross income. If you really want to thrive, I always say this in multiple videos, I said, go by your net income. That way, if you know that say you're at 40%, with using your net income to your debt, guess what? Most likely you're going to be in a good position with your lender because they're using your gross income, and you're using the net income that is after your taxes and deductions that come out. Okay? So if you have any questions in regards to these payments, if you have any questions in regards to getting a lender to help you or move forward with your pre-qualification process, let me know. Leave like, comment, share in this video, because listen, I'm here to teach you. Most of you guys don't know, and a lot of you guys are afraid to even try to look for a house, and you don't know if you are in the right position or if you can get in the right position. Know this: if you can close a mortgage in 30 days to 45 days, and you can arrange your payments, your repayment plans within 2 weeks, listen, even 30 days, at least you know in 45 days you'll be able to close because you already did what you had to do. Okay? And you gave yourself enough time, even if you went under contract with a house, and if you're going to close in 30 or 45 days, you gave yourself enough time to get that documentation before closing so you can present the documentation to your lender so they can document it. Because lenders have to be able to say that they gave you that loan because you qualified. They can't be getting in trouble because you guys want a mortgage and you want the house, and you mad because the lender is asking you for this and asking you for that and asking you for this and asking you for that. They're not asking you for things they don't want or need. They're asking you for things they actually need to get you approved. So give them a break, eh? Give the lenders a break. So if you have any questions, concerns, comments, whatever, link, down there, because I'm going to put this video. It's going to be uploaded to YouTube. So put it down there in the comment section and ask me. I am here for you to ask me. I'm not charging you. You go to AyeishaMcNeil.com and you want a consultation. That's going to be it's going to be $99 an hour, $69 an hour for consultation. So while y'all looking at these videos, you can share these videos. You can comment on the video and I will answer your question. That's free. But if you go to AyeishaMcNeil.com and you want advice on credit and things, listen, you're going to get a consultation fee, okay? I'm just saying. But until my next video, I'm sorry I took this long because I had to process a lot of things. It's a lot of information that I don't want to just bang you on the head with. So anyway, always take life by the throat, make it speak into existence what you desire, and know that you can have all things that you want. Stop thinking on a low level and think beyond, exceedingly and above that you can ask. If you are truly, truly, truly a child of God, you know that there is nothing God will withhold from you. But if it's chaotic, and confusion, and all that other stuff, that's not what he gives us. That's the other guy. So, you got to choose. Pick and choose what you want in life. Don't look at life like you not worthy to receive something greater than what you see. You are worthy to receive something greater than what you see, greater than what you ever had, and greater than where you could imagine that you could be. Because there has been miracles in this world, and we call them miracles because there's some things we never never could explain how in the world we got or where we got to if it had not been for God. So once again, lean not unto your own understanding, but trust in God and know that he shall direct your path. And because you do not lean into your own understanding, you will never see yourself getting the minimum. You will always get in the position of getting the maximum, because you are worthy than where you are to receive more than what you have. But you have to position your heart. You have to position your spirit. You have to position your energy. Stop being mean and disrespectful and cold-hearted and unloving to people. Get into the energy of love, light, and happiness, and watch God work for you. Okay? Put God first. Put love, light, and happiness in your heart. And listen, you're going to accomplish more things than you could ever imagine. And stop trying to be alone. You need people to survive. We depend on each other. So I love you guys, and I hope that this information helped you guys. I love you always and forever, man. I really do. It's my heart. It's my passion to see y'all win. And this is why I do these videos. I want to see y'all win. And I don't want nobody taking advantage of y'all. You know, I got to protect a lot of my clients. And even if it means falling out of a contract and getting out of a contract or never signing a contract, I'm going to do that. Because if it's not in the best interest of my client, or if my client is going to lose because of time consuming, I'm not signing a contract, or I'm not moving forward with the contract. So when you got me as an agent, you got the best agent that you could ever have, that you could ever reach. And I'm not saying there's no other agents out there. I'm just telling you that I look to God first for my knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And what I do to people, for people, around people, you know, it determines my character. And God knows my character. I don't need to teach you my character. I don't need to show you my character. But I just need to be me. And you will see all of that automatically. So anyway, if you have any questions, concerns, you guys know how to reach me. AyeishaMcNeil.com, Ayeisha.ga. It says Georgia, but it's really Germany Andrews Real Estate, LLC.com. But I say Georgia so y'all can understand GA. But it's Ayeisha.ga for Germany Andrews Real Estate, LLC.com. And you guys can email me at speakyourdesires@AyeishaMcNeil.com. Listen, if you want a house, I told you guys, rates going up or going down, going up, going down. So guess what? You could get in where you could fit in, but in God's purpose, where you fit in, right? But your name is in rooms that you don't even know they're in. So God is speaking your names out there, whoever you are, in volumes to people. So anyway, like I said, comment, ask your question. If you don't ask the question, I can't give you the answer. If you thinking the question is stupid, it's not. Because if you could think it, then you need an answer to it. All right? So once again, like I always tell y'all, and like I said earlier, take life by the throat and make it speak into existence what you desire. Peace.